STEPH! Gingrich? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's right.
What kinds of radio have you done before?
God, let's see. What haven't I done? College radio, small town station, did a couple podcasts. Lots of live mixing for my band.
Oh, okay. So you know your way around an audio booth.
Yeah, totally.
Your friend did tell me you were overqualified for this job. I just assumed he was, you know.
Being Gabe?
Right. Well, look, if you can handle it without much supervision, the job's yours.
Awesome.
Now, part of your responsibilities would be managing the record store. Given all your retail experience on your resume, I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Oh, right. Yeah, no problem at all.
Great. So your friend said you quit your band to be here. Can I ask why? Sorry. Maybe that's too personal.
No, it's fine. No big reason. I'm just trying to... you know, do something cool. Something I can really get into. Like DJing for a cute little station. Being me again.
Well, I hope we live up to expectations. Haven Springs is no Seattle.
I think I'll love it. Okay, the manager left me a task list for my first day. So that's probably around here somewhere. Great, here's the list. Introduce myself on air? Huh. Let's give this a shot. What's up, kind Haven listeners? Steph here. Your new DJ at KRCT, live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And, maybe more in the future. We've got some great music coming up for you, so, keep it here. You're listening to KRCT. Well, I promised great music, so next up, check out the playlist. Bet I could get these to stick to the bulletin board from here. Pretty sure the only other time I've used a landline was to call my cell phone. This is Haven's #1 indie rock playlist. It'll do, I guess. Hello? Sorry, computer DJ. It's my turn now. Shaking things up already, Gingrich. Maybe I can play a few more songs today. Now I'm supposed to read some ad copy. That must be around here too? Here's a new local business to get excited about. Avalanche Ice Cream in downtown Haven Springs. The variety of flavors they've got is gonna blow your freaking mind. You think I'm kidding? These guys have, and I hope you're sitting down, crab rangoon flavored ice cream. Just saying. So come on down to Avalanche Ice Cream and get yourself a scoop from our good pals. Sunny and Angela Anderson, The best neighbors a hungry DJ could ask for. Ooh, I need a break. I'll just step away from the desk for a sec. Let's hear from one of our sponsors. PutToWorkColorado.com has been putting Coloradans to work since 2002 using their super slick job portal. Seriously, I'm not even going to tell you how it works. It's that easy to use. But STEPH, you say? I'm a unique artisan with a highly specialized skill set. No way they'll have a job for me. To which I say, not with that attitude. And just for my listeners, get a free trial membership with promo code KRCT. And now, a message from one of KRCT's sponsors, the Black Lantern. Here in Haven, the Black Lantern is known for its bearded proprietor. Prefer your dinner served by a man from the 1800s? Then look no further. And then there's the food. Try the Lantern's top-notch burger game. Best burgers for 20 miles in any direction. Bar none. Stop by the Black Lantern today and tell them Steph sent you. I've been meaning to fill out my dating app profile. Steph Gingrich, this is your life. Next, gotta out myself as a media snob. It's only fair. What kind of stuff do I want to name drop? And top it off with a dash of what I'm looking for. You're kidding. I'm gonna let Bubbles do the talking. Okay, spending an hour entertaining yourself by talking to a bot is cute, but spending 2 hours is cause for concern. Guess I should probably break the ice. There's probably work for me to do in the store as well. I think there was a note for me on the front counter. Unicorn hunters. Barking up the wrong tree, I'm afraid. Well, that could have gone worse. Gabe, your girlfriend is too good for you, man. I've had maybe 3 conversations with Eleanor, and she's already giving me flowers. I can see why Gabe loves her. Next up, put your paws together for Nat King Collie. We really need to get some customers in here. Yeah, this place definitely needs an update. When's the last time someone even used this? Feel like I'd get along with this woman. So, if I read that right, Kasha's basically giving me carte blanche. I can work with that. I'll check out those posters. Maybe there's something to spruce up the walls. As for music, I can at least start it by updating the new releases. And... yep, there's the vent. Might as well take a look. One day, bad clip art is gonna make a comeback. And when that day comes, I'll be ready. One of these might work. This better live up to the mystery. Cool. Shit, that's coming from inside the booth. My first call. Better go answer it. If we don't have new releases, what do we have? It's throwback time. Not Kasha's favorite musical, I take it. Oof. We need to get this sucker filled up. I had this melody in my head all night. Finally got out of bed and recorded it. I wonder how it sounds. This is actually pretty sick. I guess upgrading from humming to actual music is a good next step. Okay, so what instrument should I play this thing on? Yeah, I bet it'll sound cool as a synth loop. No contact for 2 years. Then this mysterious package? Well played, Mikey. All my old GM stuff. Holy shit. Mikey really went for the nostalgia. Guess oh my god. This takes me back. So, need a new Elamon campaign. My old notebook had some ideas in it that might work. It would be really fun to reconnect with Mikey. It's been ages. But am I ready to GM a whole campaign again? Fuck yeah, I am. French cuisine and you? Learn to shred on the guitar in 60 days. Mastering your email? Chapter 1. Turning your computer on. Chapter 2. Mastering the double click. I need to know who's mass-producing these mountain paintings for every store in Haven. All those years of high school set design were preparing me for this moment. Oh, it just needs some screws. Is there an animal in there? Hey, you in there! I'm coming back tomorrow with Febreze and a broom, so consider yourself warned! Hello? You're on KRCT radio and you're talking to STEPH.
Yo, this the record store?
Close, but no. As I said, this is KRCT radio, Haven's only radio station. You're looking for Rocky Mountain Record Traders, Haven's only record store.
So, I should call them?
Well, no, because you'd need me, and I'm in here talking to you. Follow?
No. Could I just give you my order, and you can just, give it to whoever?
Yeah, why not?
Sweet. Alright, I got Goodbye Means Forever by Kim Snyder, Going Our Separate Ways by The Seagulls, Don't Let the Door Hit You by Robbie Rooster.
Interesting choices.
What?
No, nothing. Just, who are these for?
My girlfriend. I saw them in her wish list online and decided to surprise her. Buy local, you know?
Yeah, cool. Yeesh. I don't think this kid realizes that his girlfriend is loading up on breakup music. Okay, look. Maybe you're putting too much effort into this relationship. Could be time to consider other options.
What? Why would you say that?
Alright, dude, listen. I'm pretty sure your girlfriend's breaking up with you.
How the hell would you know that?
Gee, I don't know. Guess I'm psychic.
Whatever, lady. Screw this.
Thanks for calling KRCT. KRCT, STEPH here.
Hey, are you the psychic?
Really?
Yeah, that's her.
You predicted I was going to dump Danny before I did it, right? So you're psychic.
Sorry, no. It was your music. You were apparently shopping for breakup records.
No, I was shopping for acoustic guitar records because I'm learning the guitar. But you knew what I was really feeling, hence psychic. Okay, so my best friend for basically my whole life, Tara, and I both got into CU, but then I got into UC, which is my dream school. I know I'm always supposed to follow my dreams, but I'm so scared of what will happen if I go to school without Tara. She's my rock.
That's... Are you sure you want to talk about this with me?
Didn't we just go over this? Are you going to help me or not?
Okay. Just give me a second. Damn. How do I tell this girl's future? All right. What am I going to tell this girl? Oof. A 6 is not great news. So, what's my prediction? Okay. I think I've got something for you. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. The good news is that you and Tara will definitely keep up your relationship. It's just that instead of best friends, you become mortal enemies.
What? Why?
A year into college, you both discover a gift for the art of lyrical expression known as poetry.
I love poetry.
But it's not all roses and violets. The world of poetry journals is small and brutally competitive. Soon, the two of you are passively aggressively sniping at one another, then aggressively. Instead of becoming the next Emily Dickinson, you end up just being a dick.
Hate is a feathered thing.
All right, that's all I got. Hope it wasn't too brutal.
It was rough, but I think it'll help prepare me for the bumpy roads ahead. Thanks, Steph.
I'll just finish up whatever I want to do, and then call Gabe.
Oh my god. Am I caller number 12?
Dude, this job you got me,
It's great?
Turns out it's like 4 jobs simultaneously, and I'm qualified for maybe 3/4 of one? Why did I let you convince me to bullshit my way through that interview?
You know you're on the air, right?
Avoid situations like these with puttoworkcolorado.com. Elevate your job prospects today.
Rough first day, huh?
Kind Haven listeners, today is the last day of June, and that means we've got one more day to celebrate Pride. One of my favorite promotions this month. Contribute to our Haven Pride mural and get 20% off the Silver Dragon dispensary. I'm told this discount is participation-based and will not depend on artistic ability. But, just in case, here's how you draw a rainbow. Start drawing a circle, then stop. More great music from queer artists coming down the pike. Hold up. I'm getting a vision of the future. It's me, answering your calls in just a few minutes. It's too damn hot to be... what's it called? Talking. All right. The heat's no excuse. Better take this call. Hey, you're live. What can I do you for?
Hey, well, I think I might have screwed up pretty big with my son.
Oh, okay. What happened?
You're gonna think I'm a real jerk, but my boy Grady sat me down yesterday and I guess the term you'd use is, he came out to me, and I could have handled it a lot better than I did.
What does that mean? You could have handled it better?
I didn't yell at him or anything. I just shut down. I didn't know what to say.
Oof. That must have been rough for poor Grady.
Anyway, he loves your show, listens to it religiously, and I thought maybe I could put in a song request on his behalf. Just so he knows I hear him, and I love him.
Hey, everybody screws up sometimes, man. I'm proud of you for trying to make it better.
That's very kind of you.
Just maybe try to be on board from now on. Having a queer kid is an absolute blessing. I wish more dads acted like it.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the track?
It's Feelings by Haley Kiyoko. Grady played it for me right before he tried to talk to me. Said it was meaningful to him.
All right. Let me see if I can dig it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Pretty sure we've got that record somewhere in the back room. KRCT is brought to you in part by our sponsors at the Black Lantern. It's been a brutally hot summer, so visit the Lantern and escape the heat with new popsicles. The kiddos can stain their tongues purple while you enjoy a round of darts and a cold one. And if that's not enough to get you in the door, the upcoming bar crawl will. How do you do a bar crawl when there's only one bar in town? You'll have to show up to find out. Hit up the Black Lantern today and tell them STEPH sent you. Dang, I'm blowing up today. Should probably answer that call. Let's take a quick ad break, Kind Haven listeners. Are you tired of only getting news about big towns far away? Then you must not be reading the Rocky Mountain Gazette. The RMG's reporters are so local that you, yes you, are eating lunch with one right now. And you didn't even know it. And as locals, these reporters care about the things you care about. They walk your streets, shop your shops, curse at the same pothole you curse at. If you want world-class, fair journalism, look no farther than your own backyard. The Rocky Mountain Gazette. And now, a message from our sponsors. The quality folks at Avalanche Ice Cream know just how much Haven Springs loves ice cream. Haven loves ice cream so much that Avalanche has more than 50 flavors. Just thinking about that many is giving me brain freeze. That's Avalanche Ice Cream. Best treats this side of the Rockies. Thanks for calling in. You're on with STEPH.
Yo, what up? Sorry, I don't know what that was.
What can I predict for you?
I am in serious need of some divine foresight. I'm having my first girlfriend over for dinner with my parents next week.
That's some scary stuff. I've seen grown men cry over less.
Right? And I'm just a teenager, so I'm quaking in my combat boots.
I can see why a prediction is in order.
Yeah, so if you could just tell me that dinner goes perfectly, that'd be great.
I will consult with Mother Fate. Be right back. And by Mother Fate, I mean my D20. Oof. 3? That's really not great. All right, moment of truth. I don't want to give this kid bad news, but I don't want to get her hopes up either. I mean, the D20 predicts disaster. I'm getting an image of this family dinner.
Okay.
Sorry to say, I don't see it going great.
Not going great how?
Conversation is stilted and awkward. I think no one totally knows what to do with themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
What matters is the girl you're seeing is really cool about it. You still really like her, and she still really likes you.
I'm tired of who I am making everything harder, you know?
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry for that. But being with her is worth all the trouble, right?
God, so worth it. Okay, I can do this. Thanks, Steph.
Good luck. Thanks for calling. Maybe now I can start a new show. I'll call it The Dateless Dating Advisor. Even if I had the money, I know a sucker's bet when I see one. Local micro-celebrity declared cool as hell. Very attractive. More to offer than the Black Lantern jukebox. But bit of a learning curve, but we got this. I'm sitting in a booth talking to myself about pride. Cut off from the outside world is an understatement, but this was a sweet message. Time to deliver good music. From the storage room to the masses. I'll catch up with you eventually, Chen. Anyway, I still need to add the tally for last night's match. Well played, Gabe. Now, I will destroy you. If Ducky doesn't pick up his Bobby Darin album, I'm sacrificing it to the big band gods. Have I not unpacked my drums because I still feel guilty about leaving the band? Sex, drugs, and original pressings. Last thing I've got to do today is pack up all the pride decorations. Figuring out what should and should not go in this section is the most riveting part of my day. Actual Haven teenagers buying signed copies of Baynor is the most wholesome shit I've ever seen. If Summer were a person, she would for sure listen to reggae, and I would for sure have a crush on her. Maybe a handful of these could lure the cat out of the walls. Where's a good spot to put these? Could drop a few treats there. Cats love windowsills, right? Or maybe over there? It's a nice quiet spot. Consider it a peace offering. Yum, yum! Been getting a lot of folks saying good for you about these, but not so many takers. All this labeling is giving me flashbacks to the thankless world of high school stage managing. I thought cats were supposed to be low maintenance. It was genuinely my pleasure. Say what you will about the 80s. Synth bass was a gift to humanity. No reason the story has to end here. Should I draw something else? Looks like our intrepid heroes could use a little help. Nailed it. The great and noble Elamon has been through many hardships. He's lost multiple limbs, died and come back to life who knows how many times.
12.
But through it all, Elamon has always counted on one thing. Friendship. The love and care of a cherished friend.
Wait, what? I mean, that's nice, Steph, but you know Elamon fights alone. Always has, always will.
I'm talking about your sword.
Oh, carry on.
So you see, traveler, that these preposterous accusations you received are simply, well, preposterous.
You mean the part about a dark spirit in an invisible tower? Or the part about placating it through a ritualistic human sacrifice?
Both. All of it. I'm sorry you have wasted so much time and effort in coming here, traveler.
No, I don't suspect I have. Your mayorship.
Just said it in a megacity filled with millions of people, she said. How hard could that be? They call it New Eden. The greatest, most prosperous, most peaceful city in all the realms.
What's wrong with it?
Absolutely nothing. For in New Eden, crime is but a memory. Disease is but a myth. Pain...
Yeah, there's something seriously messed up with this place.
This campaign has been, dare I say, epic so far. I'm so glad Mikey got us playing again. To repay him, I need to come up with the most badass baddie he's ever seen. I'm down to 3 options. Time to choose. It takes a lot of work to keep one step ahead of Elamon. I could listen to that melody I've been tinkering with.
That's not...
Wait. There, see? Not a raccoon. Not bad. Kinda sparse. But I dig it. Still feel like it's missing something, though. Guess it needs a hook. But what kind? Maybe like a really poppy hook. Something that makes you want to dance. This is really turning into something. Honestly, if this is as bad as Cautious seems to think it is, I'm dying to hear it. Man, that game was something else.
You're getting better. I might have to actually try this time.
Try all you want. This is my game.
Pride cometh before a fall, Stephanie. Whatever you do, don't think about Jed in a diaper.
Ugh, dude.
I said not to think about it. Goo goo gaga, Steph. Let me pour you a glass of my top shelf formula.
I'm not listening.
Wow, Steph! Where'd you go, damn it? I haven't developed object permanence yet. So, how's the fake psychic gig?
bitch, I'm getting a premonition right now. It's of me whipping your ass.
Did you just call me a bitch?
Oh, damn. What happened, Gabe? I thought you were going to try this time.
My hands were sweaty.
It's the poor craftsman who blames his tool. My first victory on the board. Not gonna make a big deal. Don't want to jinx it. Sweet. Ugh. Mice? Okay, Mystery Wall Cat. Time to earn your keep. I bet you've seen your fair share of bad haircuts, haven't you? Oh man. Better leave that here or I'll be shaking it on the radio until I get fired. Oh man. Better leave that here or I'll be... Ooh. Maybe it's time for a little record store archaeology. That must have been some part... Oh wow. Cradle snack. Akasha ran this place for a long time. That's not even close to enough stickers.